All right, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It don't happen, my people. It don't happen, my people. We can't be looking at these Fulani herdsmen take over our communities. It's time for all the Biafrans to rise and defend our land. That is why the Biafran Defensive Force is active now in Enugu State, and they have neutralized so many Fulani herdsmen. Because gradually, until it happens to you, that is where you'll be able to speak out. Remember, this Fulani attack have been happening in Benue State for over 5 years now. Every month, people of Benue come out to bury thousands of farmers killed by these so-called Fulani herdsmen. So that is how they are penetrating our land slowly and slowly. And this was what Simon Eber and our leader Martin Nandekalo have been fighting about. These have been what they have been fighting about and talking about. How these Fulani herdsmen are gradually taking over so many communities in Southeast. Look at what happened in Ebonyi State early this year. And look at what happened in Enugu State. So my people, no much talk. We'll be playing an important video to you today so that you can understand what's happening. If you are just joining us now, you can check back our previous videos. You can still react to these videos in the comment section. There you understand why we, the Biafran, needs to stand up and defend our land. Why the Biafran Liberation Army with the Biafran Defensive Force have vowed to make sure that they defend our land and defend our farms and defend our women from these so-called Fulani Janjaweeds. So it happened in Enugu. The Biafran Liberation Army have neutralized many of them. Now, let me play this interview first. After playing this interview, then you understand why we, the Biafrans, need to act now. This is the rightful time for us to act now. This is the rightful time. Because very soon, things will go out of hand. And we, the Biafrans, will be the one to be in pain. Because Edo, they are calling. If they start killing the Igbos in the north, that is another war altogether. So this is the right time for us to act. Act and prevent these people from destroying our homes. Now stay tuned as you listen.
In guns. What I know about hunting, and I've gone on hunting expedition many times. You hunt in the bush in your locality. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think you also said it. I've never heard of traveling many state lines to go and hunt somewhere. It's normally around your locality. Also, where the role of the government comes in, prior to this time, there has been a constant, repetitive action of kidnappers in Uromi. Uromi, around the Ubiaja area, around that Irua area, up till Ikeke. Most of those axes have been inundated by cases of kidnapping. And I know those axes because I traveled around there and I know. And the government had not done anything to stem the tide. Hence, even people now trusting the vigilante. Because people trusting the vigilante that have now gone high-handedness, that have now, perpetrated this in a high-handed way, it's a reflection of the fact that the security services of the state have failed. So, please, help us juxtapose those scenarios. Hunting in a bus, 16 guns, and an area that was initially inundated by kidnappers. What should we have done better? And how, after those perpetrating these heinous acts are brought to book, what should be done to stem the tide of kidnapping in all of these areas?
Thank you very much, Rufai. You made a valid point. 16 guns. But let's look at it from the other perspective. Kidnappers will not bundle themselves into a commercial bus and put their dang guns as cargo while traveling. Basic interrogation, where are you coming from? We are coming from Port Harcourt, Elele. Where are you going to? We are going to Kano. What are you going to do? We are going for Salah. So what are you doing with these dang guns? We are hunters. We went to hunt. Even if the story is not credible, at least they had something to say and you could hear them. Hand over for investigation to verify the claims. I am happy you have condemned the killings. It is not justifiable. But a tragedy has happened, and we need to look at it vis-a-vis the previous happenings in that axis, kidnapping. But I disagree with you when you said the government had done nothing. If you go through the records, you will see the head of the security, the state security corps, retired CP Friday Badin, in the recent past, when they combed bushes around that area and also arrested some people who were alleged to be kidnappers. Even though when I read the story and I heard that they were with Dane guns, as I said, these people are hunters, they are not kidnappers. But let's be frank, somebody who is carrying a Dane gun, even somebody who is a hunter, if he is predisposed to criminality, can kidnap if he has the opportunity. Because somebody a Dane gun is pointed at will not say it is just a Dane gun. A gun that can kill an animal can also kill a human being. So, yes, if the circumstances, justifies and evidence abound that they are kidnappers, then they should be treated as such, but not through extrajudicial killing.
Thank you so much.
Instead, by proper arraignment before the court of law.
Yeah, I have a quick rebuttal. And even if they were kidnappers, what they ought to have done is they have taken them to the court of law,
yes,
and we condemn that. See, sir, I don't just talk
exactly
if I don't know what I'm saying. That's one thing about me. I have facts. The government had not done anything to stem the tide. Forget the arrest and going into bushes for optics. Let me read you one of the messages I got from that area.
You may say the government has not done enough.
No,
maybe the government has not done enough. But to say they've not done anything, with standing facts on his head.
Let me read you one of the messages I got from this area. And these are constant messages I have. My hometown, Ugboha, is seriously under siege of herdsmen, killing, raping, kidnapping. We cannot sleep with our eyes closed. We cannot even go to the farms anymore. Uromi, Ugboha Road has become a no-go area for kidnapping and killing, and it's a daily occurrence. And this has not abated, though. No business activities going on in those areas. Life is now hopeless and at a standstill. It's a daily occurrence. So apart from the optics of going to the bush and arresting some people, no, the real problem had not been solved because it's a daily occurrence, and I constantly get reports around that area constantly. People cannot go home. That's why I say they've not even done anything. Yes, you said they have gone to the bush, they've arrested people, but the problem had not been solved. There was action, but there was no solution. There was no solution.
Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they need to redouble their effort. These reports you get, it will be good if you forward them to the Commissioner of Police anytime you receive them. Because the one you receive and you don't forward may not... People may have freer access to you than they have to the law enforcement.
With due respect, I also got another one while I was saying this now. Ikeke, around that area, if you go, because I've traveled all those areas, Ubiaja. Ikeke is under attack. 5 people have been kidnapped in Ikeke.
Okay.
So we've not seen a lot, and I keep reporting all of this on my social media. So it's out there.
Mr. Adeoye, let's stay with the...
Please, forward to Commissioner of Police, not on social media. If you want to get results, please, forward to the authorities.
I've done that many times.
Mr. Adeoye,
Go ahead, Dr. Abati.
Let's stay with the subject of the
Dr.
discussion,
Abati,
which is the killing on the Uromi-Ubiaja expressway. Now, I go back to the point I made about vigilante, all kinds of unauthorized security outfits. You were commissioner in Anambra State before you retired.
Yes.
Now, will you say that all these vigilante groups, all these, security outfits not authorized showing up is because the Nigerian police has failed Nigerians? And then both the state governments and then also other people decide to take law into their hands and commit atrocities with a lot of impunity. If the...
Go, I'm telling you. Miri Abarugo. You may not understand what I'm saying now. This word may come in parables to you. But I want you to know na Miri Abarugo. Therefore, na ya agakwa choba isi mmiri anwa we mezi ani isi mmiri. We all have seen what has happened and what is going on in our land for the past 4 months. Going to 5 months now.
So let me bust a bubble. With the Kodisi said, I think in the MPFL, in the Nigerian league entirely, Kodisi plays the best football. Right let me bust a bubble. These are 4th season in the league. And they've scored more goals than any other team in the league. Wow. I don't know about their away games, but watch them. Even away games. Very entertaining. Is that this guy waiting like say JK leg? Shola Delani. See, come and watch the City. And he scored over the weekend. Let me bust a bubble. When you post the highlights, I've not seen in Nigerian social media platforms that have a lot of interaction talking about the quality of the goals. Wow. And for a team who just came into the professional league and have scored
from November 18th, December, January, February, March, for the past 4 months, going to 5 months now, because today is 1st of April, we all have seen everywhere now, bagaragara. In Igbo land today, everywhere is scattered. There is this very recorded broadcast that I posted a couple of minutes or hour ago, where Ohaneze Ndio Shinandiama.
You know, we've had incidences of security agencies harassing innocent citizens on the road, extorting money from them. I mean, from that command and control center, you could see these things clearly. I mean, they would zoom into faces, and you could see the faces of the security agents. They clearly identified, and they explained that the amount of information that they generate on a daily basis is also analyzed, and what they do, they also carry out a behavioral analysis. So I want to believe that the security agencies will be in a better position to know whether there have been such crises in the local government area. Let me also say that we are aware that there are people who actually also deploy misinformation,
Are you getting it now? Let me also use this opportunity to tell those who are asking me to block somebody in the comment section. Don't worry about anybody. You already know that right here we don't block people. We allow them to speak and rant as much as they can. Once you stop, responding to him, he will disappear. Don't worry about anybody. Let him continue ranting on the comment section. He's going to disappear once you stop responding to him or her. Let's continue. Some of them are coming here with Igbo names, but in actual sense, they are Fulànî. You don't know. So don't allow them to distract you. Just pay attention. Write your own comment as you like, and pay attention to what we are doing, and let the Fulànî with Igbo camouflage name continue their idiocy in the comment section.
In order to gain some political mileage. We have seen in the past where people have also, manipulated issues of insecurity in order to oust someone from government. Let us also take our minds back to the Bring Back Our Girls campaign. You know, when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of the Nigerian nation, we saw how he was eventually ousted out of office. We know that a lot of the campaign was around insecurity. We saw people who were also, magnifying figures, exaggerating events on account of the fact that they wanted to, gain that political position.
Are you getting what this man is doing? He is indirectly campaigning for the local government chairman and Peter Mba that sent him to come and do this. And he claimed to be a journalist who has gone to do an investigative journalism in a Hamufu. Who has gone to do investigation in a Hamufu. That is what he's coming here to claim. To claim as an investigative journalist. He has gone to the investigation in a Hamufu to ascertain the damages, the level of damages in a Hamufu. And he has come here to tell the world that it is all lies, that they are doing it to tarnish the image of the government. Pay attention, while we already have videos and pictorial evidences of what really happened in a Hamufu.
They wanted to make sure that Jonathan did not continue as governor. So if maybe I cannot say authoritatively, I think I mentioned that earlier. So if there are people who are using such stuff, maybe because they intend to dent the image of the state government, I think the security agencies, it is their responsibility to, with all the equipment we saw, with all the facilities we saw, I don't see why such people should not be, such thing cannot be investigated to the point that we will narrow it down to such persons who are carrying such rumors and have them arrested and prosecuted, if that is the case in this case.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Chukwuma. Now, Honorable Obiago was on another platform.
Chukwudi,
apologies, Dr. Chukwudi. And he spoke on the issue in Isuzu local government, right? And Isuzu, local government. And this is what he said. He said the protest pertaining to the women who came out that happened was orchestrated and planned because the women came to his council and told him that some people pushed them into going for this protest. And what they were told was that the cows on the farms belonged to the government and that the reason for the planned protest is because of a ranching project. So he implied that the people believe that the government have an interest. Most women who protested were referring to what happened years ago. They are being misled to believe that the government is the one frustrating them.
Man.
So basically, he said that the women who even came out to protest in the first place do not even know why they were there. Now, I have to confirm, are you saying that there's no, at this time, there's nothing like any herdsmen killing anyone? That's my first. Are you saying that that is not the case?
Hello.
Then second, you talked about and you admitted that a man was indeed killed and a woman was raped. Juxtaposing that with the sophisticated equipment that you've just spoken about, whatever happened to those two people? Was there any follow-up to the man who was killed? The woman who was raped, I don't know if there's a gravity to how bad the situation is, because I don't know if you meant the fact that she didn't die, but she was only raped means that there was information. There's a part to that story that is true. So I just want you to expatiate on these issues. Is there actually, are you saying there is nothing like this, because that's really the crux of this conversation. Are you saying there is nothing like any situation right now? One is killed. This sophisticated equipment, are they following up on that? Why was he killed? Where was he killed? Who killed him? The woman who was raped, who raped her? Why was she? That's just what I want you to clarify for me here.
Take your right hand, shake it out.
Now, I want to show you something, actually. There's a certain question that was asked to this man, I don't remember who asked that very question, but I'm going to search for it. I'm going to search for that very question because one of the presenters decoded this man and knew that this man was on a mission. And that very question was asked where he exposed himself. I don't know if I can see that very spot here, or I should just let it play till that very, spot where that very question was asked. But I think we have to continue first while I keep on searching for it.
Okay, Kachi, thank you very much for that question. First of all, let me take it from the middle. Who killed Ndubisi Donatus? I was invited, one of the local stations in Enugu invited me a couple of days ago to speak on this matter. And who killed Donatus? Because even during the radio program, actually called in to say, that the Ndubisi, some people called to say that this young man was actually murdered by Fulani Herdsmen. And then we also got other calls that said, no, this woman was not murdered by Fulani Herdsmen. I think there's a dearth in investigative journalism. I want to indict, this is my major constituency, the media. I want to first of all indict the media and say we're not actually doing the proper job that we should do. I'm in the classroom right now. I know I also worked a little as an investigative journalist. So we need people who will go undercover to issue or to actually unravel the truth. Okay, because the mother of...
Why do you need the people again? When you say you have done it, you called yourself an investigative journalist. You said you have done the job. You have gone there to unravel the situation. So why are you indicting any journalist again, why you claim to have done the job? Have you seen what you... Goodness me, what is wrong with our people? Hey, hello, Mello.
One of the narratives we heard was that the mother of Ndubisi Donatus said that those who murdered her son, that she heard them when they were discussing in their local dialect. This was part of the narratives we heard, part of the versions we heard.
You see?
And then we had another person who called him to say, no, he was murdered by Fulani. So we need to, I'm not in a position.
You see? In that same situation, this man is now trying to, to put this very allegation on the villagers. He's returning the allegation on the villagers, indicting the villagers. That's why he said that the mother of that boy said that the people who committed the crime were speaking their local dialect. So this man has gone to the extent of trying to indict the villagers. He went that far to return the allegation on the villagers. Unbelievable. People can be very, very bad and wicked. I never believed this. Chai!
To say exactly what happened. But the truth is that we cannot say for certainty, or with certainty at this time, that he was murdered by Fulani Herdsmen. But again, let us also look at the modus operandi of the Fulani Herdsmen. I think we all know how they come in and they sack entire communities. Are you saying that the Fulani Herdsmen, this is of course, I'm raising a question, and I do not know, it's like a rhetoric question. We should ask ourselves this question. Are you saying that the Fulani Herdsmen just came into that community because they wanted to kill? What would be their motive for wanting to do that? Was it disturbing them or preventing them from probably feeding their cattle? So we need to raise such questions. We need to determine, and this is the responsibility of security agencies, primarily to unravel crimes so that stuff of this nature will not happen in future. It's about time we began to measure the performance of our security agencies based on the amount of crimes that are able to, solve. We need this thing solved. Okay, now, going to the other question, if you could remind me, the first one is about, am I saying that there hasn't been any Fulani killings?
Yes, so the first was whether or not, and I think you just stated that.
Fulani killings?
Yes, the first was whether or not there's any Fulani
killings. Okay, I can only rely on the narratives of the people we spoke to.
Okay.
I can only rely on the narratives of the people we spoke to. We went to a particular community called Ebo or Abo. I don't know actually how it's pronounced, but at least we interviewed them. One of them said that the government has the capability of preempting some of these crimes and stopping them even before they happen.
All right. Can you clarify for us at whose instance your fact-finding trip?
This is it. This is where I have been waiting for. Let's listen to this.
Clarify for us. All right. Can you clarify for us at whose instance your fact-finding trip to that area was? Were you invited with the other journalists that you embarked on it? Who coordinated it? I'm asking so that we can be better informed about the criticism that has trailed the reluctance of different government agencies to respond in the manner that locals will appreciate and applaud. I like the fact that you mentioned how the local government chairman spoke to you, but preponderance of news in the media is that he hasn't done much and that the locals are not particularly feeling him. So I'm interested in how you were channeled into that area, and then your exact assessment of the intervention from the local government authority and in particular the state government at this point in time. I appreciate the fact that you say that what you met on ground is not as dire as what is being reported, but then the response of government for as little as that you have seen, people are dying, people have been raped allegedly, but then we are saying that, oh, it's not as bad as people are saying.
7 reasons why this...
I want you now to listen very, very attentively, because after here, I will begin to show you the videos from Hermufu, and after that, we will all, move to the, the protest of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I want you to pay very good attention to the response of this very man, the way he trebled, the way he spoke. This very question was what nailed him completely. And I was very, very happy when I watched this very video. I was very, very happy that this very journalist mustered the courage to ask him this question, because they know how to hide questions. They know how to hide, especially when they have gotten their own share. You understand? So I want you to pay attention, because this is where he exposed himself.
All right, your question is in order. A very, very intelligent question. Let me say, we were invited by the local government chairman. The local government...
Did you hear him? This is it. This is it. And he did not know he has exposed himself. That people like us will decode it. Were you supposed to be invited by a local government chairman or by any politician if you claim to be an investigative journalist? Were you supposed to be invited? The moment you are being invited by a politician to come and cover any story in his own, local government or constituent or even a state, then you have compromised. You have automatically compromised, because the only thing you are going to report is going to be a script written by the local government chairman or by the politician and given to you to go and report to the media. And this script is coming with a lot of, a lot of goodies. This very script is definitely 110% sure coming with a lot of goodies. Oh, chai!
And you've been listening to the so he felt that his reputation was being tarred, and he needed to also let.
Have you? I want you to let me know in the comment section as you are listening to me right now. Have you understood what I'm talking about? Is this not an evidence that this very man has compromised, that what he's saying since the beginning of this very video is a script? Have you seen it? Let us listen to that again, because after this, I'm going to remove this very video and show you the video of what is happening in Hamufu, and then we move into the protest organized by the Biafrans in Finland for the release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Pay attention, please. Very important.
Concerning these issues of killings. And, because, I mean, if you live in Enugu, also understand what actually initiated. All right, your question is in order. A very, very intelligent question. Let me say, we were invited by the local government chairman. The local government actually initiated the invitation for us to see. Okay. I mean, I cannot also understand why he did that. Because, I mean, if you live in Enugu and you've been listening to the about 3 different major stations had run programs concerning these issues of killings and the riots. There's a demonstration by the women. So he felt that his reputation was being tarred, and he needed to also let independent journalists to see what was going on and assess the situation themselves.
And then he invited you. And then he invited you. Isn't it? And then he invited you to come and clean his buttocks, to come and clean his butt with a script given to you. What did you assess? Where did you go? Why didn't you show us the videos and pictures of you in Hamufu so that we may know and believe whatever you are saying here? How can an investigative journalist go for an investigation to a certain area or location without a camera, at least to take videos and pictures of him talking about the incident in that very location, and then show it on television? These are the things. Before you even come to Arise, that video must have been sent to Arise TV, so that as they are asking you these questions, they will be showing you live and direct in that very location in Ehamufu. That is how investigative journalism is being done. You don't just sit in your sitting room, maybe instead of the Arise News showing us your video while you are walking around up and down in a Hamufu, pointing hands, showing us this place is this is what happened here, this is the woman that you interviewed. Where is the video of that interview that you claimed that you to have granted to that very woman? Where is the video? You said you interviewed that woman and he's alive and healthy. Where is the video? These are the videos that Arise News should be showcasing